And so our continuing coverage of the coronavirus issue is here. And, of course, one of the big events of the year that we look forward to is a New Year's Eve celebration of the past year and a new year. And I guess at this particular year, it's going to be particularly poignant, I reckon. Let's have a chat with Jane from the Flamborough Fire Festival. I hope you're okay, Jane.
Yes, I'm good, John. And it's good to talk to you.
And it's great to speak with you as well. And now you and your team, of course, there's two bits we're really going to have a chat with you about today, because obviously there's the Flamborough Fire Festival Association, but there's your charity connection as well. Let's talk about the charity side of it all. Just tell us about the charity that you're involved with.
Yes, it's called Get Kids Going, and it's a charity for disabled children who want to play sport. So we provide them with bespoke sports wheelchairs and all sorts of other equipment and sports grants. And, of course, they were all looking forward to the Paralympics coming up in Tokyo. It's a massive disappointment there, John, for them. But they'll keep going because they're really dedicated and they're fantastic, these youngsters. They've got all sorts of disabilities and they're just absolutely wonderful. So we support them as much as we can and encourage them. Of course, another disappointment was the London Marathon, which has now moved to October because they take part in that. So it's been really quite difficult time.
There's a lot of pressure on. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on all sorts of teams, and with sporting events being postponed or even cancelled through to next year and whatever. I mean, for everybody, it's an anxious time for everybody, isn't it?
It is. It is an anxious time. I know we'll come through it, and we have done before, we'll do again. And I think we just have to keep looking forwards and looking forward to doing things like we used to do, I think, John, and supporting. That's what I went out and did the Stearns on the Beach, the message on the beach, John. It's taken 2 or 3 days. But I just believe that we have to keep sending messages of support to our NHS staff in hospitals and all over, and our care homes all over Yorkshire. So I think it's wonderful we keep doing that, John. So we have to have some support and hope at the end of all this.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. We can only deal with what we can deal with, and not to get too anxious about what's going to happen next week or next month or whatever. Let's just concentrate on today and tomorrow. Yeah. And as you say, little things, they make so much difference, particularly for people's mental health well-being as well. Yes,
that's right. I think that's right. That's important. And just to keep sending the messages out and to keep communicating and to keep supporting each other, I think is so important. Just those little things can make a lot of difference and make people feel more, supported and happier. And it's so important to do that, John. Just these small things.
Yeah.
So we're doing our bit at Flamborough, actually.
Which is good to hear. Remind everybody, people want to find out a little bit more about the charity. What's the website address for that?
Well, the website address for Get Kids Going is getkidsgoing.com, and you can find us on there. And, of course, for the Fire Festival, it's flamboroughfirefestival.org. And we'd just like to send a message out to from all the Fire Festival team to say a big, big thank you to all the NHS frontline staff and all our carers in care homes. And we just want to say, look, guys, we cannot thank you enough. But we want to send a message to say, please come to the Fire Festival this year, because we're going to give a VIP invitation to all our frontline NHS staff to have a free invitation to bring their families and children all on New Year's Eve. So we'll be putting that on the website, John, on the Fire Festival website, and they can contact us, and we'll be delighted to have them. And it'll all be complimentary and free for anyone who's working on the NHS frontline in our care homes at the moment. So important, John.
It really
is. To keep them going.
Absolutely.
So that's our message. We're, making all the fireballs. We're all at home, knotting and ripping cardboard to pieces, John, for the Fire Festival. So we're all doing that in our little houses in Flamborough. And we just wanted to send that important message, John, that I've taken 2 or 3 days to build. 370 stones later on the beach.
Wow.
But it's great. It's great. Just
Fantastic. Well, terrific effort, Jane, and to you and all your team but at the Get Kids Going and also Flamborough Fire Festival. Keep safe, all of you as well. And keep in touch with us as well. And we'll be popping along on the night as well and doing a live show from there as well. We can't wait for it as well. It's going to be a very special event this year, isn't it? It's
going to be very, very special this year, John. And we can't thank you enough for all the support you give us at Great Yorkshire Radio, Great Driffield Radio. Cannot say thank you enough. And we just look forward to seeing everybody.
Absolutely. And we mustn't forget Seaside FM either, Jane.
Seaside FM, John. The most important.
Oh, there you go. Oh, don't get us all going. We're all at each other's throats at the best of times. But anyway, that's all good team spirit anyway. It's good to have team spirit. Jane, stay safe and thanks for talking to us again.
And you too, John.